My name is Emil. I play bass and sing, and this is Eric.
I'm Eric. I play keyboards and guitar.
I'm Jamie. I play the drums.
I'm David. I play guitar and sing, and our band is called The Dig.
Now, what's the history of The Dig for anybody who's not familiar?
Well, it goes way back to a band, a funk band called Honey Nut Roasted. The three of us were in a band together for a very long time, since we were in high school, and over the years we just kind of changed our sound and evolved as writers and musicians, and then eventually formed this band and met Jamie and
moved to New York, and we grew up, the two of us grew up in New York, Dave and I, and we've been playing in bands since we were like 10 years old in Westchester, New York. And he's from California, and he's from Canada. Jamie's from Canada. And we formed this band like with this name and these guys in New York, like a few years ago.
Now, everybody says, what's the band sound like? People are going to wonder, what would you compare yourselves to?
Mexican reggae is what...
Chinese traditional.
Yeah, Chinese traditional
music. Maybe...
I bet that's hot with the kids.
Yeah. We're a rock and roll band, and that's vague as it gets, but I don't know, we're influenced by a lot of stuff, anything from like bands in the 60s and 70s, like the Stones and the Kinks and whatever, to like bands like the Talking Heads and Nirvana.
Eagles of Death Metal. Jesse Hughes, if you ever come across this, I would really want to play guitar just on one song, in one of your shows sometime. Please.
Now, you guys just finished first disc, I understand. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. We recorded in Brooklyn at this studio called Trout Studios with the producer named Bryce Goggin. He worked on some Pavement records and
Fish.
I think the last Ramones record, Adios Amigos, and Fish, and
Lemonheads,
and Readers.
A lot of like cool 90s rock, and I guess recently
Apples in Stereo.
Some other cool stuff too, yeah. And someone we did an EP with a few years ago, like a year and a half ago. And this is our first full-length record we did with him, so we got a chance to do like a 30-day period in the studio working with him, and he sort of took a much more of a producer's role, like he got his hands in it and sort of, worked with us pre-production for a bunch of rehearsals, and we did this record we just finished. We're pretty psyched about it. I guess we'll release it in February 2010. That's the plan.
Now, are you guys the one take and done, or are you more the Phil Spector, let's track everything?
Probably somewhere in between. Yeah. We're not exactly one take and done, but it goes song by song, I guess. Like
some
songs
band. Were like that. We recorded multiple takes for every song, but there were some songs we went back to and thought that the first or second take was probably better.
Yeah.
We record a lot of, as much as we can live, and then overdub and track other stuff as well.
Like we recorded the songs and sang a lot of the songs live, but didn't necessarily use the tracking, vocals.
It was more to get the energy from the drums and
we did
the bass
overdubs as well.
Now, with you guys having a disc in the can, what do you think about this whole internet downloading thing? It seems like every album gets leaked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess with a band at our level, it's kind of more
helpful
than it is harmful, because for us the main thing is just to get it out at this stage. We really just want people. Obviously, we want people to buy our music when the album comes out, but for people to have access to a few songs off the album before it comes out is probably a good thing, I think.
Now, what type of shows are you guys playing? Who have you played with?
Recently, we opened up for a band called the Walkmen. We played 3 shows with them, 2 at the Middle East, downstairs in
Boston.
2 sold out shows in Boston. Then we played again with them in Northampton. We had a Bowery Ballroom show last Friday with this band called the Soft Pack from Los Angeles.
They used to be called the Muslims. They're a really cool, sort of old school style punk band. We did a few shows with, and now tonight we're playing with the White Rabbits, as you know. We're psyched about that. Another really cool band. And in November, I think we'll be doing a run with the White Rabbits and the Walkmen, and then some shows on our own as well, like sort of a piece together tour for a few weeks in November. And then we'll come back to New York and to end the tour, like a headlining show at Mercury Lounge on November 19th, Thursday night. So
Now,
don't miss it.
do you guys consider yourself part of the New York scene, if there even is a scene?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Definitely.
I think there's a lot of different types of bands in New York City. Seems to be a pretty wide spectrum of musical styles. So it's kind of, I don't know if there's like, I don't really see it as like one collective scene where it's like a bunch of bands from this one scene that sound like a CBGB's type of thing or anything. I don't really see it like that as much.
I guess more in the sense that we're always playing in New York and always promoting on the street, talking to people from New York, and
bringing a lot of people out to the shows.
Our biggest fan base is in New York, and all the things that are happening for us are based out of New York. So I guess in that sense we're very much a New York kind of band.
Now, what do you guys do for fun when you're not playing?
Nintendo Wii, foosball.
Watch baseball and
football games.
We have pillow fights and
pillow fights in our panties.
Yeah, we braid each other's hair and hang out, play Mad Libs and stuff. But well, that sort of thing. You know, rock and roll stuff. Rock and roll.
Eat a bunch of junk food, watch movies.
Yeah.
Drive across the country in a van. And, hey.
That's the fun part.
It's good.
Yeah, you can check out our band at thedigmusic.com, and then MySpace at The Dig Is Up.